音の中で君を探してる霧の中で朽ち果ててもさまよう闇の中で君を愛してる刻む一拍の永遠を歌の中で君を探してる波の中で笑いながら漂う今の中で君を愛してる刻む一拍の永遠を刻む一粒の永遠を偏る生活をかぶいたそう君の手のひら美しくくるくる返ったんだ口から音が出る病気心臓から花が咲くように魔法はいつでも歌う波に乗っていた始まりは炎や棒切れではなく音楽だった音の中で君を探してる霧の中で朽ち果ててもさまよう闇の中で君を愛してる刻む一拍の永遠を歌の中で君を探してる波の中で笑いながら漂う今の中で君を愛してる刻む一拍の永遠を渡す一粒の永遠を
Let's make a toast to the damned. Waiting for tomorrow when we're played out by the band. Drowning out our sorrows, what will become of us now? At the end of time, we'll be fine, you and I. Let's draw a line in the sand. Keep it straight and narrow. We had it all in our hands. We begged and then we borrowed. What will become of us all at the end of love? When we stopped looking up, you can take my heart and hold it together as we fall apart. Maybe together we can make a can take my
Okay, how we doing? How are we doing? Stream is live. Let's get it going. How we doing tonight? Because I am doing fantastic. I get to play and stream Death Stranding 1, Director's Cut. And hopefully the goal is to finish it before Death Stranding 2 comes out on June 25th, I believe, this year. So the goal is to hopefully finish streaming it, get through the story, try and do some side content, you know, not try and rush through things. I like to take my time with these kinds of games, and I do it off screen. So at the very least, what I would like to do is still be able to get like plenty of optional stuff done as well, because they do have to the game, and plus you can get like some cool whatchamacallit, you can get some cool items. Some are more cosmetic than others, however, there's a few, there's quite a few that actually do help make things a lot easier. Also, hit the ginormous water bottle that's bigger than my head. This thing weighs a fucking metric ton. This thing weighs a ton, bro. And because I like to stay hydrated, right? I like to stay hydrated. I even have like a big bottle too. Like the bottle that I have, it's not that small either. Probably about like not that big. Right? It's not a good representation on camera. Probably like that big, right? Pretty tall bottle. But I ran out of water pretty quickly for it, and I've been drinking out of this for a bit. However, the handle is not quite secure as I want it to be. It's like silicone. It's a little bit mushy. And there's like some things here that like screw into it, and it says plastic, so that it doesn't, like, it's not flush and it won't break to, like, you know, weight. But right now it's light enough where I can't hold it by the handle. You can't even see my face when I drink out of it. That's the crazy part. So, but yeah, I like to stay hydrated. Unfortunate reality is that because I like to stay hydrated, I end up peeing a lot. I might have to go pee here in a little bit too. So we'll see what happens in the next 5 minutes or so. Will I just talk and chat for a bit? So yeah, what did we do last stream? Well, last stream we did start playing Death Stranding 1, obviously. But we were able to get through the prologue, and we were able to get to the prologue and chapter 1, I believe. I think we finished chapter 1. Chapter 1 ended after we spoiler alert for those that might not. But if I feel like if you're watching somebody streaming Death Stranding, you probably either already know or don't really care too heavily about spoilers. But spoiler alert: we talked to the president of America, the last living president of America, who shortly thereafter passed away due to complications of cancer. We had to go and incinerate her body, and a defunct BB unit that we did not incinerate and kept and was eventually fixed so that we can use it for ourselves. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at, where we left off shortly after all those events. We agreed to reconnect the whole of the United States which with under the motivation that we will help and free our sister Amelie, who is currently stuck on the beach in Death Stranding. The beach is supposed to be like this spiritual area that where people go when they're stuck, they're stranded, they can't move on in the afterlife. Pretty much, this game is very confusing for a lot of newcomers, and just as a warning, this is not my first playthrough. I've played this game before. I finished the story. I love the game, but I wanted to replay it so that I can get caught back up with the story, because I don't remember exactly every single detail, and I just want to get caught up before the second game comes out at the end of this month. Now it is June 1st, 11:40 p.m. where I'm at currently. For some people it might already be June 2nd. For me, for me it's still June 1st. So yeah, I am going to shortly play the game, but I do have to go pee in a bit and burp. Pardon me. I know that's a little weird to burp on a stream, but yeah, I am going to go for a bathroom break real quick before I start up the game. So BRB chat, don't go anywhere. I will. 止められない Yeah 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 この恋この愛でメロディー溶けちゃうよねえねえねえ気づいて毎回届け大好き If you ever heard anything, my dad just scared the shit out of me. So yeah, that was a little nerve wracking there. Get the heart rate going, but the heart rate might get going here and start up the game, which I'm gonna do here, because ETs ain't no joke. I'm playing on very hard difficulty, which also makes things a little bit more difficult for us. Not by a whole lot, not to the point where I think we'll be struggling to get through certain areas of the game. So we'll see what happens. Just as a preface, I am playing this game on my PC. I originally played this game in 2019 when it came out, finished it around 2020. So I'm playing this on my PC, so we'll be able to we'll see the glory. You guys might not, because Twitch limits to 60 FPS, 60 FPS maximum for streams. So I'll get to see everything in a full 144 FPS glory, at least for the most part. But that does create an issue for us, to the point where I do have to say that unless I'm able to get a capture card for the release, or before or a little bit after the release of Death Stranding 2, I will not be able to stream it for quite a while, because Death Stranding 2 will not be coming to PC until probably a later date. So it is a PS5 exclusive, and unless I figure out like a way to be able to afford a capture card, I won't be able to play it for you guys. Not saying anything like donate to me, like give me some money, right? But just as a preface, like if I don't immediately stream Death Stranding 2, then that's the reason why. Because right now I currently don't have employment, and what I should be doing actually is grinding away streaming, editing, and trying to upload TikTok clips as often as possible to somehow boost my popularity. But I'm lazy, and I like playing video games on my own time too. And I feel like, in a way, if I had, because I like to play a lot of games on my console, just like sit back and relax and like have like a controller in my hand. If I did have a capture card, even if I'm playing like games casually, I could still stream it, and it would actually, I feel like, make me a better streamer. Give me more experience. Give me more experience to like be better at just streaming in general. So that is one thing that I have considered recently, is that I think I would also that I would benefit quite a bit. I would benefit quite a bit from having a capture card. Sorry, I just had to look something up. But yeah, I won't dilly-dally any longer. We'll get into the game and move forward with the story, because I, just as much as my audience wants to see it, I also want to play it really badly. So here we go. Let me make sure everything is proper. Trim and proper. Getting captured there. Audio is getting captured perfectly. Now, let us begin. So I am using a controller, by the way. I'm using a controller. I like experience controller, and I think on the thing is, being able to control Sam's speed using the joysticks makes it a little bit more easier, because in certain areas where it's kind of rough terrain, can make a huge difference when navigating. Obviously, there's a hotkey on a keyboard to lock Sam's character in a certain walking speed. But, don't want to do all that. And then also, where you have to use the triggers, right, to shift your weight, use the mouse buttons to shift your weight. Sometimes that can be a bit annoying. So, either way, let's get to delivering some goddamn packages.
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Game is a little loud. I'm gonna lower the audio to a smidge. Make sure that I don't get my eardrums blown out. Okay. So we're gonna start our first delivery. We get a pair of boots on us already, which is good. All we need to do is just accept some deliveries. Select some more. Accept some orders.
This is I. Hartman. Your current objective is to extend the chiral network from here to Port Knot City. But don't think you can make a beeline straight for it. Signal won't carry that far. To cover the distance, we need to utilize knots. Think of it like tying ropes together to make a longer rope. The first of these knots is a Bridges Way station. Go ahead and take a look at the order. Deliver whatever they need, and connect the Cupid.
Oh yeah, so the Cupid is like this necklace that has a bunch of rectangular metal objects on them, made of chiralium, um, which has like anti-gravitational properties to it. And that's why they like kind of float upward. Um, and it allows us to connect these different way stations and distribution centers, like all these different porters and stuff, to the UCA network, which will allow us to be able to build infrastructure and have infrastructure built by other players in those areas specifically. Without those, though, we won't be able to build structures, I believe, in those in any area that isn't connected to the UCA. And then it's like you don't get a lot of things. You don't like you can make signs in the game, and you won't get those unless again they're connected to the UCA. It'll make sense as we play, so don't think like there's a lot of stuff to like figure out, because there is, but all in due time. You just gotta be a little bit patient. So we have an order here that says it's a smart drug delivery from Waystation to Waystation west of Capital Knot City. As you see there, we have the most direct like path to there, but obviously we won't be able to take that type of path, maybe, because there's terrain and everything. So if I like adjust it here, which is if I just put my thumb on the touchpad and use the gyro function of my controller, which is actually a really neat feature, we can see the terrain that we might deal with. It's not perfect, but it gives you a little bit of a sense of what to expect. So if we move around here, let's see if I can. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we see we have to cross like this mountain range, which we can either go around and take the long way, or we can scale it, but with the use of tools to make things a little bit easier for ourselves. So let us listen to the briefing.
The last Voidout in Central Knot City brought deliveries to a standstill. Until now. Your cargo for this run is a batch of smart drugs. Oxytocin, to be precise. Oxytocin is effective at reducing stress. So much so that some folks call it a love or happy hormone. Once you've completed the job, connect the way station to the network using the Cupid.
So there you go. And for all these types of story-related, deliveries, there will be a bit of a briefing that gives a little bit of information, like extra information that they might not tell you right away. And you can listen to them. They're not like integral, but they're just a way to like give you a little heads up on maybe the route or the destination that you're going to take, or again, what the delivery is for. So let's go ahead and accept it.
Sam, order summaries may contain information critical to your success. Make sure to review them before getting underway.
So yeah, we have the confirmation screen. We can use our L1, R1 to switch tabs, everything like that. Which the first screen is the order summary. We can view various information about an order, order completion conditions, associated risks, etc. A list of order details, a list of objectives for the order, etc. Cargo for delivery, so that'll give us what exact cargo we have, various types, the weight, number of pieces, and supplies that will be provided for each delivery, which will be pretty helpful. So we won't have to, if they do supply us with some things, then we won't necessarily have to fabricate any equipment. In this case, we have 4 ladders and 1 climbing anchor, which will be very useful, especially for crossing said mountain ridge.
The last
there.
Voidout in Central
I
Knot
accidentally
City brought
pressed the
deliveries to a standstill.
That's the briefing
until
by
now.
accident. So let's go ahead and accept the
Cargo.
order. And this is where most of the game will be. I want to say most of the game. For a good portion of the game will be taking place, because this will be how we organize our our items.
Sam, now we've supplied you with some rope and a ladder for this run. They should help with the steeper inclines, and the ladder will also make a halfway decent bridge if you need to cross a river. Right now, I figure you're thinking about how you want to handle this order.
So yeah, on the screen you decide where and how to carry your cargo. How well you balance your load will affect your ability to walk. Cargo positioning can also be adjusted by pressing the options button to access the cufflinks and selecting cargo. So we don't necessarily have to stick with the way that our cargo is organized the whole way through, and we can try and properly fit the cargo on our person, and optimally, fit the cargo on our person. So we can do a whole bunch of things. We can hang this to tool rack, which it's kind of like just on the side. It's kind of cool looking. So let's do that. Let's should we attach to our suit? Let's attach to our suit. And it'll free up space on our back if we come across lost cargo. And lost cargo is just randomly generated cargo, or cargo that is lost by players throughout the game, and we can deliver it. If it goes to the way station west, we can get extra reputation with them, which will allow us to unlock more items based on reputation. So let's go ahead and attach the rest of these pieces to our suit. The other one is a climbing anchor, so we'll go ahead and do that. As you can see here, ladder on the tools rack, boots on the boot clip, just because our boots do wear out over time, and we'll have to replace our boots eventually. And our smart drugs that we have to deliver. So let's go ahead and head out. And we do have to, again, manage our weight, whatnot, things as such. So we just have to take all those types of things into consideration when making deliveries throughout the world. And also, if you hear me sniffling a bit,
Sam, triple checked your loadout, I take it?
we did. And we can open the tool HUD. This allows us to quick access all of our tools. So here's for ladders, climbing anchor, and we can also pee as well. Relieve yourself away from other people and their property. And it's just a fun little mechanic that could be added into the game. There's a lot of hidden mechanics within the game that doesn't tell you right away unless you dig a little bit deeper. They're just told through different types of information, like interviews that you can read, emails, such.
Sam, you see that sign someone left over there? You can leave some of your own if you'd like. Messages, warnings, words of encouragement, whatever comes to mind.
We can create signs, put up signs. One of my favorite signs that I like to do. Let's see, where is it? Good work, BB. Likers get liked. Speed up. Let's do good work, BB. We get an achievement for that. People that
Scanning bridges ID.
hitting
Verifying
a keep
ID.
on keeping on sign
All clear.
restores our stamina
Welcome, Sam Porter
a little
Bridges.
bit. Good work, BB. Will people who go over top of it will give us likes and generate likes for our profile, and we will see the fruition. We will see how many likes we get actually. If we exit the game and come back into it at a later time. So yes, as you see here, there's already a lost cargo. That raises the tower. You can zoom in with R3, which I think is a strange choice as opposed to using the R2 and L2, but I didn't make the game. So, anyway. Let's go ahead, check out. We can take this cargo actually and eventually return it to Capital Knot City.
Sam, even the best porters have been known to lose their cargo. But you're better than the best. You've got what it takes to finish what they started. If you come across any abandoned shipments, consider taking them to their intended destination.
It's easier than you might think. See, all our packages are tagged with Bridges IDs for easy tracking. And your Odra deck is equipped with a scanner which might detect said IDs. Which is a roundabout way of saying that that thing on your shoulder can help you locate mislaid shipments.
Right. Also, real quick before I continue on with this, let me check, because I think I had adjusted some graphical settings last time we played. I'm not too sure. We're at about maximum for pretty much everything. Yeah, I don't even have the quality DLSS stuff, which, I don't know, some people say it's not as good. It's worse than TAA, and maybe they might be right. I'm not a huge... I don't know exactly how big of a difference that is.
Remember, Sam, every parcel is a promise made to a person in need. And they're counting on you to deliver.
Through this. Oh yeah, and also wading through water, if it's deep enough, will stress out EB. And you'll see later about what happens if EB gets too stressed out. A lot of Capital Knot City. This is a cargo. We don't have to carry every piece of cargo. It's just kind of like a bonus. So we can, you know, don't always have to pick up every piece, but we want to be able to get good reputation with most areas and other things like porters. Delivering lost cargo is an important mechanic for us. Different types of items that may benefit us on our journey. So I will try my best to pick up as much lost cargo because I think it's fun, and the best porters around make shit happen. But we'll see here, because we still have to climb the mountain and come back. Most likely come back. And a cargo box too. Like it, even though it's like
Thanks
just
for the
a
help.
NPC.
Today's a good day.
Like, it's a good thing to do. So yes, we can make delivery here, which pretty much all this does is we can deliver lost cargo,
Good work, Sam.
which Mom will explain.
I see you brought in some lost cargo. Feel free to submit it here for processing. If you come across any more while out on a run and don't think you can carry it to its destination, you can always put it in storage. It'll be safe and secure until another porter comes along to finish the job. Even if it has to pass through a dozen more hands before it arrives, you can rest easy knowing you did your part.
Select make delivery, deliver lost cargo delivery terminal to complete a lost cargo delivery. Lost cargo can also be entrusted to other players for delivery by selecting entrust cargo at any terminal other than the destination terminal. Which, you know, eventually what will happen is we will get the legs, but another player will have to retrieve the lost cargo out of this post box and make the delivery to said destination. I would do this for most times, but because we want to see immediate results and not future results, we're going to take up as much cargo as we can at once. Even though that might not be smart, but who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens. I like taking the challenge though. As you see here, plenty fucking more pieces of cargo that are supposed to go to Capital City. I'm not entirely sure if I'll be able to carry all of it, but let's take a gander. Now we're at 40 kilograms, which, by the way, the conversion from kilogram to pound is about 2.5-ish, around that area. 42 kilograms should be about around, I'd say, 90 pounds-ish.
Sam, if you come up against a sheer cliff or a steep slope, don't forget about the ladder we issued you. Be sure to try it out. I'd be interested to see what uses a seasoned pro like you might find for it.
And yes, you can become over-encumbered, and that will significantly affect Sam's ability to traverse the landscape, especially the landscape that is very rough in terrain, as is right now. There is a nice sign that is telling us put our ladder up here, which is done by the developers, which is nice. Gives you an idea. Oh. Awesome. Thanks for the assist, game devs. Oh boy. There is an extra large emergency gas fuel. Which again is huge.
Too close.
And we are running very heavy right now. 'Cause I'm stubborn. I would highly not suggest doing this for your first playthrough. You should go into as many deliveries as easily as possible while you're still figuring out how to exactly figure out how the game operates, because taking on more than you can chew, while not necessarily the end of the world for a lot of inexperienced porters, you may find they will come across very significant adversity. But again, this ain't my first rodeo, and not to brag, but I do slightly know what I'm doing. The only reason I'm doing this again is so that I can get as much reputation. Imagine that. Can you imagine if that was possible? Make sure we grab the ladder. That would be in. This looks insane. This looks like unbelievable. Which again, it is unbelievable. The only reason I'm doing this, as much possible heat that will benefit in the future. And yes, the more heavy you weigh, the slower Sam walks, the more difficult it will be for you to traverse rough, difficult terrain. You'll have to shift your weight constantly. The more that you do level up, though, you will be able to increase your carry limit. Your carry, the weight limit for how much you can carry. And that makes things significantly easier. Again, other types of equipment that will come and play a part later on will make things a lot more easier for us. But all in due time. For now, we are but an insignificant order trying to make a change in a broken America. One of the biggest complaints about this game is that, yeah, there actually isn't any music that you can play outside of spaces like the private room, or when it is meant to be played. Playstand will be able to go across, no problem. He does it. You can hold on to the L2 and R2 buttons the whole time, so you don't always have to constantly shift your weight around. There's nothing that is actually inherently wrong about it. Like, it is a perfectly viable option. I would say, though, that it does save a lot of exhaustion on your index fingers, or middle fingers, however, which way that you hold the L2 and R2 button. Oh, but as I was saying, yeah, there's no actual way to play music over top of the gameplay unless it was programmed in by the devs for certain moments. You hear or if you hear certain types of structures having attached music on top of it. But thankfully in the second game, it has been reported that you will be able to have the ability to listen to music while making deliveries outside, which I think is really cool. And if knowing Hideo Kojima, everything is diegetic in part of the universe, so if we're able to listen to music, it will most likely be through the use of a Sony Walkman somehow, which was how it worked in Metal Gear Solid. Your iDroid, well, you didn't have like a Walkman per se, Well, no, you did because. Yeah, no, I was wrong. You did have a walk
Beginning scan.
because you would
Scanning
collect
bridges ID.
cassette tapes.
Verifying ID. Clear.
Well, you
Cargo
would
verified.
select the
Thank you.
music that you want to play through the iDrive.
Welcome to Capital Knot City. Proceed to distribution center.
Yeah. One thing that I have found out, if your cargo weighs or is a certain height, that would affect the way that you're able to walk, such as when you have to shift your weight right or left. If you walk in a straight line on even terrain, you actually don't have to shift the weight. But anytime you turn, so you will have to press L2 or R2 and on how you turn.
Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
So let's deliver some lost cargo, which is a lot. We have a lot. We have 13 pieces. And some emergency gas fuel too.
You that new guy? Sam Bridges? Much obliged. Gotta say, I really appreciate you going the extra mile.
Oh yeah, I'm just going through all the different types of cargo. And we are getting an insane amount of likes. Not bad, we got 3 stars, let's go.
Good work,
Who's connection
Sam.
levels?
It seems your connection level is increasing. As your connection level increases, larger quantities of resources will be made available to you at our facilities.
Oh yeah, and that too. The resources will come in hand later when we have to build structures. As of right now, we don't have to worry about that. And then yes, depending on the connection level too, you get different types of interview data that you can read, and this just gives a little bit of world lore. And yeah, you can see there, amount of material Sam can use at Capital Knot City has been increased, going from 624 to 1648, 1100 to 2570, and then the maximum outable has also been increased too. So there you go. And we went to 4 stars. Let's go. And with that, we get a piece of customization data. Nice. Gain access to a level 2 or higher structure and select customized structure. BB echolocation dunes in the Zodiac. We got 6 levels of miscellaneous. Holy smokes. People, handler. People think of you as a porter who could be relied upon for basic orders, but with time and effort, you may one day be recognized as a true legend. Hopefully. Your miscellaneous grade 10. You will now receive more likes. Awesome. Yeah. And that took us about, I don't know,
Hey, I got something for you.
maybe like 20 minutes. Oh, we got a hat. Let's go. Got a Bridges hat. Let's go. I want to buy a Bridges hat so bad.
All right, until next time. Good work. Sam, managed to get that bonus, huh? Wear it with pride. That hat's reserved for Bridges staff who've gone above and beyond. Head on down to your private room if you want to see how it fits.
We won't do that now. Continue with the order that we have. Back on the way.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
But yeah, this is about the majority of the game. We'll be going between point A and point B, delivering cargo. Sometimes the difficulty will be a lot more intense in terms of the terrain, the enemies that you might encounter, or how fragile cargo is. Sometimes it will be very fragile, and the slightest bump or fall could possibly break it and affect your grade when delivering the cargo. And sometimes that's just how it is, right? But we're a porter.
Keep on keeping on.
We gotta keep on keeping on, just like the sign. But I will say, again, there's no point in picking up every piece of lost cargo. If you're going for a completionist run, try to unlock maximum connection with all the facilities, then sure, go for it, because you do get some nice bonuses and whatnot, reaching 5-star connection level. And it's not necessarily my goal to reach 5-star connection level with every single prepper exactly, but if the opportunity arises, I would like to see preppers up to level 5. For now, though, let's just go on renegade as is. Make our way through the story and whatnot. Sam's already getting tired, man. What's going on, Chief? I thought you had a little bit of energy, bro. We ain't even used that much stamina.
Always like the quiet.
Also, fun tips and tricks, though, that you might not know. If you hit on the touchpad of your controller,
Anybody hear me?
Sam will shout a voice line. And it's just like kind of like a fun mechanic. But yes, I'll try my best to provide commentary for most of the dead air portions, because this is a game where we'll be spending a lot of alone time just chatting, admiring the scenery, right? And trying our best to survive out in a desolate, lonely world,
Hello!
as you can tell. I will say sometimes the climbing physics isn't the best, because this game does look amazing graphically, but the graphics is also in part due to the Decima engine, which I feel was not actually made for climbing surfaces very efficiently. And if you're wondering why the Decima engine sounds a bit familiar, it was the same engine that was used by
I'm Sam!
Guerrilla Studios to make Horizon Zero Dawn. and then eventually later on, Horizon Forbidden West. But based off from what I've seen, it does seem like the climbing portion of Death Stranding 2 is going to be a lot more fluid and a lot more easier to do rather than just like very clunky, like bumping into, you know, different types of surfaces and whatnot. And we might actually be able to do more, not freely climb. We're grabbing onto the rope, guys. Not freely climb, like sheer rock surfaces like this, because it's not Assassin's Creed. But it looks a lot more fluid, and I think that's just in part the investment engine. We've seen more work done on it, and obviously a new generation of consoles being able to. Where are we going up? Go down. There we go. A little bit funky. It's not exactly perfect. We are on the ground, but I want to be able to bring this rope all the way to the end. And our destination with a compass is just over there. Over this way. Does look like there's some BT activity. Let's see, maybe we can take a cut through here. Ah, no. We'll just send us down the hillside again. Make sure to be cautious heading down. You can pick up a lot of speed if you run down a hill. And if you're not holding your backpack straps, you will tumble and somersault, front flip down the entire mountain, especially with a lot of heavy cargo on it. That is a very possible thing that could happen. Anyway, let's see. We still have some more extra lost cargo. Can be taken to Capital Knot City, but that won't happen for a while. And we're so close to our destination, let's not get too sidetracked. Now, the thing is here, what is the best route to take, actually? Crossing this entire river. Because we will get tired pretty easily. Sometimes the best thing that you can do, though, is just find where the terrain is easiest to purchase. Still lose stamina, but we're not in the rough terrain area, the yellow, and it'll be a lot easier on our stamina, and BB won't get stressed out too, so, you know. Give BB a bit of a chance to relax too, you know. So narrow we can just cut through all issues. BB didn't even get stressed, man. Easy does it. No lost cargo that way, so let's just make our delivery. Excuse me, my goodness. Ooh! Yes. Got. There are collectibles in the book. Grab. And that's one of them right there. I forget which one this is, but these are like tiny little USB drives that unlocks different types of interviews and things like that. And sometimes some items. Who doesn't love a good unlockable item? USB stick, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, memory chips, actually.
Sam, if you stumble across any memory chips on the road, be sure to submit them via the nearest terminal. There's no telling what kind of rare and valuable data they might contain. You're sure to make someone very, very happy with your contribution.
You know Guillermo del Toro. Requested cargo. Smart truck delivery. Yes, sir. And that is our first story-related delivery.
Delivering cargo.
Well, besides the prologue and
Thank you.
delivering
We've all been feeling the loss of Central Knot City.
the president of
No
the
one seemed
United
to know what
States
it
to
meant
the
for the
center.
organization, or the UCA, or us. The oxytocin will take the edge off, and that'll be a big help. Won't be long before we're back on track. You may have a look. This is great. Thank you again. Yeah, everything looks to be in good order. And soon our way station will be too, I hope.
Nice. We won't get a whole crazy lot of connection level for this. It's only like, 100 likes, 101 likes. But we did take our time too, which, it doesn't actually, unless it's a time sensitive delivery, it doesn't affect our likes at all. Neither is distance traveled. Just shows the route that, that you took to get over there. 2 stars. Nice. Oh yes, in cargo condition, I think is upgrades the amount of damage cargo will take over time in timefall.
You're with the second team, right? Where are the others?
Dead. Caught in the Voidout.
No way. That one blast got them all? And what, they just sent you out on your own? I mean, if it was just a delivery, that'd be one thing. Porters come through from time to time, but the second team was meant to bring the Cupid. They were gonna connect us up. 3 years we've been waiting for help. 3 years. And they sent us one guy. Shit. Tell me you brought more than the Oxy, at least.
I've got the Cupid.
You... Really? So it's true. They finally got it working? Well, then you just might be the answer to my prayers. So what are you waiting for? You put us on the goddamn grid.
Bro was crashing out before we were able to explain ourselves. Nice. With your first new affiliate to the UCA. Let's go. Also, the real life distance traveled between where we were to there, not relative at all. But no way Katimo is gonna actually have a 1-to-1 size of the United States. Ah, yes, PCC post box. Make delivery. Oh yeah, add to delivery terminals, fabricate equipment, make delivery, deliver lost cargo, share locker, donate weapons and equipment, share locker, and withdraw cargo. Yes. And that is the community structures that were created. And that's what we're generating to our world. The area is now connected to the chiral network, enabling you to see and access other player structures. Nice.
Connection to Capital Knot City confirmed. It's really happening. Just like Amelie promised. We can finally do what we came here to do. Hey, you're headed west, right? Gonna be a lot of people happy to see you. Guess you'll keep on till you hit the coast, huh? Which means you'll get to see Amelie in person. Oh, that's something. That is really something. Me, I've never met her. Only seen her holo messages back when I was with the first expedition. Well, anyway, you best be careful on the road. There's some bad people out there. More than good, some say. But I don't need to tell you that.
Thank you, Sam. By bringing that way station into the chiral network, you've put it in direct contact with those of us back here in Capital Knot City.
Right. What's next?
West of the way station are a couple of structures our previous expedition put in place. And beyond them is your next destination, Port Knot City. It's on the shore of a crater lake that formed after the first Voidout. Your objective is to link up Port and Capital Knot. But to do that, You'll need to utilize our facilities as additional waypoints. They'll be essential for establishing a stable connection. Given the distance we need to cover, we're looking at using a distribution center and a power station, as to which you should head for first. Start with the distro center. We've got some cargo that needs delivering anyway. Check the nearby delivery terminal to pick it up.
Sounds good.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
Your hard work's paying off, Sam. Thanks to the increase in network capacity, HQ is now in a position to provide you with additional materials and support. Should prove useful.
Fabricating equipment, weapons, and equipment can be fabricated using materials provided by the facilities. The amount of materials available at a given facility will differ depending on the facility type. Nice. And then we can take on orders. Orders for Sam is actually directly related to story-related, side quest-related stuff. They're not just randomly generated deliveries that you'll have to do each time. Yes. And then we can make a delivery and share memory chip data, which will help us unlock certain things.
Oh, this will be right at home in my collection.
What was it? Oh, frame arms, Byako. Frame arms are just like model figures. Japanese model figures.
Thank you for your contribution.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do this one because this is an optional construction post box, which is just a tutorial to show and explain exactly what the structure does.
Sam, if you're in the middle of a run and decide you need to secure your cargo temporarily or entrust it to another porter, you'll want to make use of a post box. In addition to cargo, post boxes can also be used to share gear and weapons, if you're so inclined. Now, I'm sure you've used them before, but humor me and build one.
Great.
Maybe between Capital Knot and that way station. If you're lacking a PCC, I'm afraid you'll just have to scrounge it up yourself.
What? Come on, dude. Got me some slack, brother.
To build a post box, you'll need to use a PCC. It goes without saying, but if you're not already carrying a PCC, you'll want to fabricate one.
Give it to me for free, Chief.
Sam, you can use that PCC to build a post box.
And it can be used to build structures, but be aware that doing so will use up some of the chiral bandwidth available to you. Structures can be shared with other players once built. And that's pretty self-explanatory. Postbox level and postboxes can be used to return lost cargo and trust cargo for delivery by others. Share locker function can be used to exchange weapons and equipment with other players. The private locker function can be used to temporarily store personal cargo and equipment. So yeah, we can either share cargo, stuff like that, or our private locker function, we can temporarily store stuff that other people won't be able to access. So there you go. Yes. And this does take up chiral bandwidth, which I think is represented in the map portion. I don't think you can see it here per se, so we'll just go about and adjust that later. Because as of right now, there is a bot telling me to buy cheap viewers on streamboo.com. Remove the space because apparently the typo was there, and whoever makes the bot was too goddamn lazy to fix the message and just decided to edit into the thing again. So funded parishioner. Funded parishioner Eljo. Get the hell out of here, bro. Ain't nobody buying no goddamn view bots. I don't even have money to buy a capture card so I can play the second game. I have to make that money somehow. Silly little fucking view botters. Or bots trying to sell me the view botters. Let's go ahead and do this real quick and then we can hop right back into...
Sam, assuming you've got your PCC in order, head to the site I designated and build that post box, would you? You should have no trouble finding it if you check your map and compass from time to time.
Let's go ahead to the site, build this post box, and then we can get right back into friggin' delivering some important shit. Oh yes, and there is sometimes you will be able to find raw materials which are useful for, especially when it comes to fabricated equipment. At the moment, I don't think we'll be spending a whole heck of a lot of time out here.
Sam, remember that prolonged exposure to timefall damages cargo containers. Don't stay out in the rain any longer than you have to.
Too wide of a... Too wide of a river. Timefall accelerates the passage of time for anything it touches. Exposure to timefall renders cargo containers less impact resistant from their contents at risk of damage. So, not necessarily a great idea to be standing out in timefall, but at the moment where we are, I think we should be safe from the attacks as long as we don't go further down that.
Sam, I see you've arrived at the designated site. Good. When you're ready to proceed, activate your PCC. Use it to build a post box within the area I specified.
There we go. Look at this nice little animation tool on the building up. Pretty much like a, yeah, just a portable 3D printer. Nice. We get some likes too. Don't get any connection level, but we get some likes. That increases our reputation.
Good work, Sam. That's a fine post box. If you access it and select Share Locker, you can share cargo and equipment with your fellow porters. Deposit a ladder and a climbing anchor, and I'm sure someone will eventually come along who could use it. If you've got enough supplies, why not leave some behind? Do right by others, they'll do right by you.
Damn, that is heavy. That's how heavy it was. Also, yeah, depending on the terrain, like if you're walking on this yellow terrain, which is considered rough terrain, Sam will slow down to get his footing. And that cannot be fixed until you get like all-terrain skeletons and stuff like that. The all-terrain skeleton will make you a lot more stable on rougher terrain. Make you less likely to fall as well, like that. Oh my good grief. There's a 200 like extra large piece of cargo right there, but that's going to Capital City. I do not feel like going back that way, but I can do that. This loose cargo that belongs to Way Station west of Capital. take a little bit of a fall here. Easy does it. So yeah, we are heavy on the cargo. We don't have the best stability.
Enough already.
And we are walking on pretty much wet beach rocks. Wet riverside. Mushy wet riverside. So this will take some time to get through. But believe me, we'll get through it properly. Now we're out of the rain. Makes things a lot easier. And I do apologize for yawning. It is late. It's 12:44. I got home a little bit later than expected. But still want to be able to play this for a little bit longer. I think. Like, I'm having a lot of fun with it still. It's just, yeah. Didn't get amazing sleep the other night. You know. Yeesh. Sometimes you gotta stop moving to be able to climb up the surface properly, because that's just how the engine works. It's medium. Hopefully, though, we should get a decent amount of likes for delivering this lost cargo to the way station. I wonder if they give us any good stuff. I have gotten on my PlayStation version of this game 5-star connection level with every prepper, and that took a very long time. That was a long road to travel, but I did it, and I did get a lot of cool shit. We have our canteen.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear.
We do.
Cargo verified.
Oh yeah, and then we can actually like drink from our canteen, which actually restores our stamina. Is refilled automatically anytime full or other water that comes into contact with the canteen is absorbed and filtered, making it safe for you to drink. Nice, that's awesome. I forgot about that, yeah. Deliver this stuff.
Delivering cargo.
I'm so glad you're here. Gotta say, you truly are incredible.
$42 likes per. Damn, we didn't even get to level 3. Shit. Oh well. Can't get them all.
All right then. Thanks for everything.
Oops. Yeah, sometimes if you skip them, it just freezes for a bit. Yeah. We'll just have to do the rare metal delivery distribution center west of Capital Knot City, which is a lengthy bout.
You'll be delivering supplies for a Cairo printer. The distro center you're going to has one. First expedition set it up. On its own, it's no different from your run-of-the-mill 3D printer. Connected, though, it can utilize Cairo network data to reproduce all kinds of things. And you can imagine how handy that might be. Now, I know I don't need to tell you, but steer clear of any BTs you find out there. A Voidout's the last thing we need.
Sam, it's Hartman. Voidouts occur when the living of our world come into contact with beached things. The reaction is similar to what a physicist would call an annihilation, when a subatomic particle collides with its antiparticle. Alas, there ends our understanding. Why do the dead transform into BTs? Why are voidouts only triggered by human contact? And why are people like you able to return seemingly unscathed? No one knows. Yet it cannot be a coincidence that these phenomena were observed only after we discovered the beach and bridged this world and the next. Anyway, to reiterate, the only reliable means by which you can prevent a voidout is to stay far, far away from BTs.
Right. So pretty much get out of the way of BTs. Don't fuck with they shit, and we should be fine. Hopefully. That is hopefully what it is. Rare metals, 5 kilograms a piece, 30 kilograms total. Easy money. Well, maybe might have to fabricate some ladders. Maybe one climbing anchor, but we'll see. We will see. I know we still have a little bit more. Yeah, we have 200 person. One. Yeah, 2 owned. Could have 3. I don't think we'll need more than that at the moment. The PCC can't build anything else at the moment. So go ahead and just accept what we have. Switch this attached to our suit. There we go. Now we're cooking.
Order assigned.
All right. Second journey out. Head west. Oh yeah, and watchtowers are useful.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Type of terrain, what we can expect in front of us. Yeah, other things like that. It's good, helpful. A lot of things are helpful. I feel like on easier difficulties, sometimes things are a bit redundant, or their use isn't as needed on easy difficulties. But on very hard, it's very important to use as much structures as possible. Oh, there's mules, right. Could be mules, of course. Not a camp either, they're just out there. Okay, well, chat, this is technically our first run-in with enemies, so we might have to be a little cautious in the concern of those. Now, because they're out there, until we enter a certain marker, such as that right there. No marker right there, that's mule territory. If we go past that pylon, there's a chance they'll detect us. Now, mules won't really attack us or aggro us if we're outside of it. They don't really care that much. You go in it, which we eventually will have an opportunity to. If you go into the mule territory,
Heads up, Sam. Your cargo's been pinged. Move. Now, before someone has eyes on you. Get to your destination ASAP if you don't want to get caught.
He sees us. That's my last location over there. Past. I think he's gonna seize us. I think so. We're out of there. Easy does it. Out. We stay out. Loser. Face. God damn. On the mule territory. Yeah, it's this whole encapsulated area. No way to go around it too. It stretches all the way into this unclimbable area. We just have to walk right through. The only other way is if we, like, I guess, walked along here, which is possible. But I don't want to climb all the way. We're almost out of the mule territory. Once we get out, they won't chase us. We'll be free. Don't chase us into BT territory either.
Mules gave you trouble, huh? Good thing it was raining. Even they know better than to mess with BTs.
Yeah, that doesn't really do it for me though. Not really something that I'm necessarily excited about, we'll say. Drop in his forehead. This little crevice here, though. I don't remember. Ew. That's all it is. It's really just a crevice area. It's the best way to go about this. I really feel like going over the hill. This whole area is swarming with BTs, I know that for sure. We could cross over, and yes, there is still BTs, but we won't have to cross the river. We won't have to worry about crossing the river. The best course of action is just to go over here, try to cross the river. Get on the same side as the distribution center and make it less stressful for us. Wow,
Fuck this.
Because I'm very hard, pretty certain that we will have to lost our balance there. Yeah, technically gripping for balance isn't like really that crazy for going through the blue marked areas on rivers. You won't lose your balance that bad, but for the yellow one, So those mules, they'll never go away. They just stay there. You can knock them out, and temporarily they will actually not spawn and make things a lot easier for you. However, you thinking of it, it just left my mind. Oh, yeah, you can knock them out, and they won't spawn for a while. However, eventually they come back. Now we're into the BT territory. Guaranteed BT territory. Go.
We've got company.
First guaranteed BT encounter. Let's take a look-see. Don't really see them just yet. They're still far. We're in the area. That look. Oh, yeah. Now it's maybe now lighten them a little bit easier to see. BTs do move. They don't just stay. Cut through here. And container damage, so let's see real quick actually on what that damage is like. Ooh, 83. That's not good. We gotta cut through here pretty quick. Otherwise, bad news. Those rare metals will take damage, and we won't get very good credit for delivering them. We're almost out of it. Just on the edge, yeah. About out of it. There it goes.
Sam?
I don't know. Kid doesn't look so hot.
Nothing to worry about. Its functions are temporarily suspended, but they can be restored. I can perform the necessary maintenance at a distribution center. Hurry, though.
Yeah. He'd be suffering from autotoxemia, which pretty much he's so stressed out he's just not going to be able to detect BTs for us. Only real way that kind of happens is he gets too stressed out.
When the strain on your BB exceeds sustainable levels, it triggers the production of harmful compounds, and the body, in essence, begins to attack itself. It's called autotoxemia. If your BB's not performing to spec, drop by your private room and see if the incubator helps.
Yeah, pretty much he just gets super stressed out, and then he won't do anything for us for a while. We made it to the distribution center, and that will give us the ability to finally use a private room as well.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until Thank you. Decontaminating suit. Rest is advised.
And we're pretty. Our stamina is taking a bit of a hit there. Always good to rest up.
Way station folks told me all about you. Sam Bridges, with the second expedition, right? The guy expanding the chiral network on his lonesome, when he's not out making deliveries. So what'd you bring us? Let's see it. Talk about above and beyond. Thanks. Must have had to pass through BT territory to get here too, didn't you? They weren't joking when they said you were a legend.
Alright, let's get through this. Nice. A handful of those there. Nice handful. Control 2400 likes, nice. Ooh, almost got 3 stars there. Ooh, skilled handler. Continue to strive for greater recognition. Achieve delivery volume grade 10. Or you have achieved. Volume grade 10. And we can now carry more cargo. Nice. Took us 17 minutes.
Okay, it's time. Do you mind connecting us to the network?
After this, when we get to the private room, I'll and we'll quickly resume. For how long? Not too sure. Maybe another hour. Probably gonna clock right now. So we'll see. But yeah, I need to take a bit of a bathroom break. Just the same as Sam here. Actually, right now would be a good time because it's just this for now. So. Oh man.
Sam, as always.
Yo,
Thanks for bringing more folks
what's
into the
good,
UCA.
Price? How you doing, man? Good to see you on a night like this. What's up, man? How you doing? Also, be right back. Just going for a quick bathroom break. Won't be too long. Just woke up feeling like a zombie. By the way, your mic is a little too quiet compared to the game. Either lower the game's volume or turn your mic up a little. I can do that. In this case, I'll probably lower the game audio because it is slightly louder. 1.5 decibel. We'll bring it down to 5 for the sake. I will increase the microphone itself. But yeah, glad you're here. Been a pretty slow stream so far. Just going through the first area of Death Stranding so far, which is pretty much just like crash course tutorial. So yeah, taking our time, just delivering some lost cargo, trying to get the connection level high for certain places so that we can get better items. We got the Bridges hat, which is fun and it's useful because it gives, I think, a plus 10% to our stamina if we're wearing it, or minus 10% to stamina loss, one or the other. Yeah, that's about kind of what we're doing. A little bit slower, but I think, yeah, in the meantime, like for for a while, it's pretty slow. I will try to find the optional preppers plus 10 style points. That too, plus 10 style points. Also, just as a warning, because I leaned over, I don't feel like doing it on stream. I have a bit of a dry nose, so I've been using a nasal spray to help with that, which is weird because it's summer and it's been raining quite a bit where I'm at, so I shouldn't really be having any like dry nostrils, but I do, and it sucks. It actually hurts quite a bit, like moving my nose around or having to sniff things like that. So I've been using just a nasal spray to try and help with moisturizing them. But yeah, we just made it to the distribution center west. Delivered the metals, got the BT area. No sweat at all. Easy as is. Feel you, I've been sneezing and coughing like crazy, and it's always 25, 30 degrees Celsius outside. That sounds god awful. Right now, we just came off a pretty harsh heat wave. Nothing like crazy. But the heat wave was about, I'd say, the highest it got was 33 plus. 33 plus, and it was terrible. But right now, it's cooled down a lot. Now it's gone back down to 17 degrees. The highest it'll be this week is 23, which is decent. And it's windy, actually. A lot of wind coming through, so it makes everything feel a lot cooler. And hopefully it continues into next week. I don't mind a sunny summer. I do mind when I'm sweating and dying from heat exhaustion. But that's like asking for... It's like asking for a unicorn to exist. I mean, heat in summer, that's just how it is. Also, like my ginormous water bottle. Try and stay hydrated this summer too. Having dry nostrils also is an attributed factor to things like being dehydrated. So I'm just trying to stay as hydrated as possible. Cheers. Yo, let's go. What's up, Egbert? AKA Miguel. I'm gonna put you on blast there. Dox your real name. Bro, out here deathing his stranding right now. I am absolutely deathing my stranding, bro. We just walking in, walking across America, connecting there, all the places back together again, and hopefully doing it well. I want to try and fail very much. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty too, so it's a new challenge for me, but not so bad so far. Just wanted to pop in to check what was up before I ended the gym. I still have no clue on what the lore on this game is, bruh. Well, maybe if you actually like play the game. I actually don't know if you played the game. If you did, cool. If you didn't, you should watch my stream and inflate my view count. That water bottle could low key store a bridge, baby, for sure, bro. It genuinely could. Like here, I'll put it on. I'll put it on the bigger webcam. Also, is the hardest difficulty just weaker knees? Mom spaghetti. Not necessarily, but it comes with different caveats. Things like your cargo containers actually take more, they degrade a lot faster in timefall areas. Um, there's more BTs around, so it makes it harder to actually stealth your way through areas. Um, Enemies, yeah, they're more aggressive, but I wouldn't say they're like crazy hard to deal with. Um, I've not seen combat of this game at all. Lol, bruh. Combat's alright. The BT combat pretty can be a little stressful sometimes. Um, the combat against mules not so bad. They're pretty easy to handle. Combat against the terrorists, spoiler alert, can be a bit, can definitely be a bit stressful as well. But that's because of a different reason. But yes, also if you wanted to see the giant bottle, which by the way, I didn't realize this because I didn't buy it, but my mom gave it to me. It's Under Armour, and it's the Rocks brand, the Rocks branch of Under Armour. I think my mom got this from like a liquidation store, because I'm pretty sure the rock stuff is genuinely kind of expensive, but it's massive. Look at this thing. It's bigger than my head, man. It's huge. This thing is ginormous, bro. Gigantus. And then every time too that I go and drink it, I just saw that there's Under Armour, so I'm flashing the Under Armour logo. I should be like a brand ambassador for Under Armour. Stay hydrated out here, bro. Yeah. Trying. Gina Maris. Fucking. Actually, bro. Yeah. Oh. Pricey. I don't know. Was it you? Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Yeah. I. Thanks for the reminder, though. Not sure if I was gonna remember that. Anyway, thank you for the hydrate. Right, so I don't know if it was you that was talking about it, but I got a Deftones album. I got yeah, around the fur. So I've been listening to a little bit of Deftones. Um, Not like crazy fan just yet, but actually, the music place that I was at was selling it for like $10, brand new. Like it is, like it's a retail music store. Um, but they had like a deal and they were selling it for $10. So, yes, I had to get it. Deftones. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it was you. I think I remember you talking about it when I was like playing Minecraft with Magic and my other friends too. Um, but yeah, I had to get it. It was like $10. I was like, fuck yeah, might as well. I haven't listened to the old album. I haven't listened to the whole album because unfortunately, I will tell you why. I like playing CDs when I get the chance, but problem is my CD player not the best in my car. CD player in my car is not the best, and possibly can scratch the disc pretty bad. Alright, Brody, gonna head off. Have a good stream. I'll pop back if you still on when I get back. Word, bro. Have a good workout. Focus on your health. Lose that weight or get those gains, whichever it is, whatever your goal is. I'll probably be around because I still have a lot to do. Um, but yeah, thanks for popping by. Thanks for chatting. If I don't see you though, have a good night. Have a good workout, and see you then. Um, but yeah, admittedly, my CD player in my car not the greatest, and is very prone to um, scratch the disc, which is a problem. I'll keep it on so you keep the viewer count up. Oh, that's so sweet. Love you. Bye. Um, and unfortunately, for some stupid, godforsaken reason, a modern PS5 does not take fucking. It doesn't take fucking like CDs. So I can't play it on a fucking PS5 and listen to it on my TV or connected to my PC monitor and listen through headphones. So stupid. It's so dumb. Like, what? Sony. Sony's huge for music and audio, and they don't. The fucking PS5 can't even register CDs. So at the moment, I have a $10 album that I'm not going to use unless I have like a dedicated CD player, or if I end up getting a different card that has a better CD player that won't destroy my disc. Yeah, that's about what I have for CD listening. So I'll just listen to it on Spotify. But it's nice to have the novelty, and very popular album too. My mom gifted me her CD player from when she was a teen, and it still works great. Yeah, man. When the ones that they make back then, way better. A lot more quality. You buy it once, you own it for life. As long as you take good care of it, as long as you're not like abusing it, you know. Uh, and yeah, eventually things do wear down just because of use and time. But at the same time, though, they're made with better parts, so they should last for way, way longer. I got lucky, yeah. You don't really see very many CD players anymore. Like in modern cars, they started taking out the CD players because people can just use Bluetooth connection with Spotify, um, and like that's about it. You know, like you can still there are some that still make like modern CD players. People can still buy secondhand. Um, but if like the secondhand market for CD players aren't crazy, then like you might be a little bit screwed. So again, there are still some CD players that are produced and sold. They're just less so now. That's kind of just how it is. That's just comes with the that's the consequence of uh street music streaming getting more and more popular. People didn't need to buy CDs; they could just go onto Spotify, Apple Music, and just pick and select exactly which song they wanted and which album to download for based on the charge of a monthly fee. The Industrial Revolution and its consequences. Yep, bro. That's that late stage capitalism hitting us, bro. No more CD players. Life has gone to shit, bro. Also, I'll still play the game. We can still chat about whatever, but I'm actually do some gameplay just to have going on. More facilities join the UCA. Bridges HQ will be able to provide additional functionality to these facilities, such as the ability to fabricate equipment and weapons via the delivery terminal. The ranges of available weapons and equipment may increase. New terminal functions and information may be added as things progress. And then we got new interview data, acquired mules, and drone syndrome, bridge babies, time fall. And I think those are actually very important emails to read, or interviews to read, because they're actually very direct with what we're involved with. Mail, data. Oh yeah, we can read our mail now on our cufflinks. New option has been added to delivery terminal, which is recycle. Good to know. Air is now connected to the chiral network, enabling you to see and access other player structures, etc. Are you going for 5 stars in all stations?
Like
That's not my main goal right now.
And with those materials you brought for our chiral printer, we can
I'll give you
supplies
this.
for you here as needed. Think of it as our way of returning the favor.
If we get through the story
and keep on doing what you do.
Early on,
Good. The distro
or
center's
make
on the
like
network.
decent progress, like, and if the opportunity presents itself for me to like go and do like lots of orders and like deliver lost cargo to upgrade like my connection level, I'll try to do as many 5 stars for all the stations. I know sometimes though, oops. Fuck it, man.
Your work is greatly
Yeah, it's very loud for that portion. Jeez, never realized that. But yeah,
Dead man, you there?
if the opportunity presents itself, I will for sure try to get 5 stars on some stations.
It's in.
Good. A temporary excessive stress. Easily addressed if we return it to its mother's womb.
Mother?
Located in the capital Knot City ICU. Brain dead, of course.
You mean still mother?
Correct. A steel mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB. And you, in turn, connect yourself to a BB, granting you the ability to sense BTs. These pods were designed to simulate the conditions inside a still mother's womb.
As cheating, bro. He's no clipping.
BBs need to believe they're in one at all times to function properly. However, we can only maintain this deception for so long, which is why we must periodically update the environmental data by synchronizing it with a still mother via the chiral network. There. The update is in progress. Right now, the pod is synchronizing with the Steel Mother in Capital Knot City and reconfiguring its settings based on the latest data.
I said it before, but nostalgia hits so hard.
Returning your BB
It
to
does,
the womb
though,
in this
man.
manner will temporarily reduce its stress levels. That being where it technically belongs, of course.
Kid looks happy.
I'll try adjusting the oxytocin dosage. Autotoxemia should set in much slower from now on. You should remember that BBs are just equipment. Try not to get attached. Each one has been physically removed from its steel mother's womb. A process that renders them unpredictable and prone to failure.
This guy did not want us
No
to make
BB
any
on
connection
record
with this
has
BB
remained
at
in
all.
service for over a year. It may need to be retired before this expedition is over.
And then? You saying there's no way to keep my BB alive?
You must understand, there is still a great deal we don't know about BBs. As we expand the chiral network and recover more past data, perhaps we'll find our answers. Oh, right. You asked me to look into why the BTs might be reacting to your blood. I spoke with Hartman. We should have your results soon. Anyway, get some rest. You and your BB are both exhausted. Good night, Sam.
Bruh. Bro does not want us to connect with our BB at all. I know from his perspective, they're just equipment. But that's cold, bro. again, this is crazy. No pillow, no nothing, no blanket, nothing. Sleeping with the same clothes he wore underneath his gear.
Bridges falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Sam?
Fully clothed, handcuffed, no bedtime story.
Can you
That
see?
is the worst foreplay I've ever heard in my life.
How are
too.
things over there?
Still not under guard. Still not chained up. Still can't leave. But if you can keep making connections, if you can get to me, we can go back east. Back home. Thank you. I mean that. It's bad. There are fewer and fewer people in the cities these days. No one's having children anymore. But humans
This is
aren't
all
made for living
real.
alone. They're supposed to
100%.
come together to help one another. And if we as a people can't do that, if we can't
One like
reconnect,
equals one prayer for Amelie.
well, it's like Bridget said, extinction.
Come on. Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs. As long as they're still around, there's no escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope.
Oh, great. Oh, actually, my
I'll be
actually
waiting,
fine.
Sam. Waiting for you. Come and find me.
I don't remember. Is she his sister or his mother?
Hello, Sam.
You
This is
played this all the
Harlan.
way through, right?
Since you're awake, it might be
I assume you did, but I'll just
To that
wait
end,
for you to
why
come.
not take a shower? It's good for the body and soul, and also my research as it happens.
I finished the game. Okay, yeah. So Amelie is supposed to be the embodiment of his sister, which again is not actually the case. He, like, it's still like the mom, though. I'm pretty sure, like, it's a representation of the mom, because he never had a sister. That's why you don't see her in the family photo between him, his wife at the time, and Bridget, his mom, right? Amelie is just Bridget on the beach, I think. That's what it was. Pretty certain. I don't remember. It's been a long time. That's why I'm replaying it. So, like, we'll get all refreshed up if we make it through long enough. Again, I'm pretty poor with a consistent streaming schedule. But at the moment, while I'm unemployed, I will try to grind out as much as possible. Because I have to. I need to do something to pretty much give me a purpose, really. Which sounds kind of weird. But I mean, like, just something to, like, something productive, you know, other than go to gym, go to the gym, you know, hang out with friends and going outside and stuff like that. Well, like, in the moment while I'm inside, while I'm indoors, try to do something productive. That's one. Let's take a shower. We get to see Sam's butt, bro.
Sam, this is Harlan.
Man, I'd be pissed though if somebody was trying to talk to me while I'm taking a shower.
And
Not
I
gonna lie.
oversee BT research. I'll be taking a sample of your shower water in order to study the effects your bodily fluids.
Hey, bro, are you taking that shower water? Listen. Belle Delphine started the trend. Belle Delphine bathwater. Now, Sydney Sweeney is now having Dr. Squatch soap. Dr. Squatch soap that is being made using her bathwater. Bathwater incident. And they're using Sam's bathwater to battle BTs, bro.
Might have a BT.
Study other people with dooms?
Oh, we can't go all the way down. No! Fuck! Bring it down! Oh, Jesus.
But you possess other singular qualities, being a repatriate as well. I must confess to a measure of optimism.
Processing fluids. Waste products. Drilling. Dispensing.
There. Take the sample with you. Should the opportunity arise, try using it on a BT. I'm curious to see how they react.
We gotta see hot side cheek.
Who knows?
We gotta see some side
may
cheek.
even prove beneficial to you. There was an old research paper detailing the effects of bodily fluids from individuals like us on BTs. It is only by recovering these materials that we can unearth the knowledge of the past. Not just the Death Stranding, but also the mystery of your body's unique properties and even our doom's affliction. There may well be hope for humanity. Sam, I have no interest in rebuilding America. I want to recover the past. Oh, it's almost time.
After you make your connections and nothing happens, then what?
And now we know why he didn't answer us. We know that later, but yeah. How's our feet doing though?
Sam, sorry to bother you while you're taking a break, but I figured you'd want to hear this. Hell, maybe it'll help you rest easier. We received a number of messages addressed to you. I've not taken a look myself, but I gather they're mostly from your clients. You should see if they contain any useful information. Mail can be accessed via your cufflinks, as well as
Literally, bro, they're fucking bothering me.
There's something else I'd like to share with you. With the chiral network, we now have the power to reclaim our past. Data once thought lost forever from every corner of America can be
Bro,
pieced
they
back
said
together
this
from
already
fragmented
though, man.
records.
Listen,
Our
I love
archives are
Hideo
still a work in
Kojima.
progress,
I love his
of course.
games. I love the narratives
But as
that
we
he
expand
makes.
the network and integrate more way stations and cities,
I can't even pause
we'll
it,
be able
Jesus
to recover
Christ.
more and more information, such as the previous expeditions' logs and reports. Everything they sent back was lost when Central Knot City was destroyed. Now we've managed to restore some already, in fact. You can access them from a private room terminal or your cufflinks by selecting Archives. Might make for interesting reading.
Okay, finally, thank goodness. Yeah, and it's shaking his goddamn head too. Too many people bothering him. Anyway, I love Hideo Kojima. I love his games. I love the direction of it. I love the narratives. I love the art. I love all the wacky celebrities that are in his games. The fun little, real world stuff inserted in it because he's a fan of everything and he just wants to include all of it in the same piece of media. I'm cool with that. The over-explaining though, and the re-explaining of what was already explained annoys the shit out of me, man. I knew this stuff already, bro. See his feet. We get our toenails back. I think they spawn back. Yep. Toenails spawn back. Oh, man. Alright, let's check the terminal, I guess. There's a lot of interviews that we got. Yeah, memory chips, frame arms, Biako. I want to get this, though. So cool. It's real. Frame arms are a series of original plastic robot figurines created by Kotobukiya, one of Japan's premier manufacturers for plastic models. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. interviews. There's a whole bunch. Oh lord. I won't read all this. I might read it on my own time. That's the thing with Kojima. Either he already explains everything or doesn't explain shit and you're stuck wondering what the fuck is happening. It's like both at the same time though. That's the problem. Most of the story, I feel like the story itself is kind of underexplained. And the story is there for the reason that creating media needs to have a story. You know, it needs to have something tangible to keep it together. But the driving factor is all the themes about it. It's not necessarily how, like, it's not necessarily how much the story makes sense. It's there as a it's there as an anchor to carry on the other themes that he's trying to put forward. Where in this case, it's about the importance of connecting with people, the issues of being isolated, and also the so importance of connecting with people, issues of isolation, and I guess I would say as well, I don't know. Gosh, I don't know. Kind of running a blank here. That's my bad. But yeah, that's pretty much like at least those two. Those are the most important things. Importance of connections and the issues of isolation. That's kind of like what I know for a fact is like the very important things that he has put into this story. You get the point, Gramps. Yeah. I guess it's my bedtime, bro. I'll go to sleep. My bad. See you later. Anyway. Fuck. Oh no. I was vulnerable for 1 second on my stream. Concerned about my health. I'm just getting age gapped, bro. I'm getting age gapped hard. Mail. Yeah, these are important. You technically do have to read these so that you can. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do have to read these for the purpose of like being able to upgrade the connections more. Because if you don't, sometimes they just never level up. More than Oxy. Bro, can you get us some codeine? Can you get us some fentanyl, bro? Sorry, Sam, bad news. Thanks for delivering those rare metals. Everyone at the distro center really appreciates you coming through for us. But I got bad news. That bike you saw outside, it's dead. The battery's dead. You have to give it some juice if you want to use it. Only need to do it once. The auto charger should kick in after. Sorry we got your hopes up. Also more bad news for you. Different facilities have to work together, share materials so everyone gets what they need, and to make sure that everything that's produced gets put to proper use. Without porters, the whole system falls apart, whole world even. This guy, George Batten, over at the way station, used to be a reliable porter, but lately it's like pulling teeth getting him to make even the simplest delivery. Keeps bitching about being scared or not having enough oxy or whatever. Always some excuse. Even when he does agree to make a run, he's liable to lose half his load on route. I just noticed you use kilograms in this game. Is there a setting to change that? Maybe it's in the display setting or a HUD setting. That's key assignments. I believe there is. Pretty sure it's not in graphics. Yeah, I would have known. I did look here. Maybe it has to be done in the main menu. Either way, It doesn't matter. I get the gist. It's just a unit of measurement. So I'm not too concerned about that kind of thing.
Sam, we've received a distress call from the distro center staff. Check the order on the delivery terminal as soon as you're ready.
Before we do that, though, let's get our 25% or 15%. I forgot. Skip it. Yeah, 10%. Yeah, we get like 25% stamina boost, which is dope. And Sam will have to fucking pee, bro. Let's make him pee, and we could probably get more fluids to use against DTs if need be. Yeah, I just remember before there used to be like the ads for Davis's show, like the Bikers AMC. No fluids. Fuck. Why did I press skip? It was already ending. I want to see. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go check out BB. Relax, bro. No interaction, it seems. That's alright.
Tired now.
BB flip. Yeah, we got the BB flip. Looks happy. Nice. I'll take it. Ooh. Also, we can technically customize our shit. I guess not right now. Fuck. App though we can. Yeah, I'm a basic boy. Can just go default. Can't really be bothered. Anyway, let's get going.
Isn't what we agreed on. You said you'd do everything in your power to save BB.
We are. But we cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I tell you it's for the best.
Sister woman in the mask who's done nothing but lie to me.
With my man. Yeah. Mads Mikkelsen is great. Did a really good job in his role for Cliff. Just keep bothering me, bro.
There's something I forgot to tell you. It's about managing your BB stress levels and reducing the risk of autotoxemic attacks. There are a few things you can do if your BB starts showing signs of distress.
Such as?
Such as take a moment to look after it. Cradle the pot, gently rock it, that sort of thing. Out of curiosity, how's it doing at the moment?
Before I answer that.
Something wrong?
When I hook up my BB, I see things.
What kind of things?
Like a face, someone I don't know, calling to me. There's this room, too, with other people talking, but I can't make out the words.
Bleed-through effect. Didn't I warn you about this? You're mistaking the BB's memories for your own. They're false flashbacks, nothing more. Let me explain. A BB is harvested from its steel mother at around 28 weeks and placed in a pod. To be clear, this is before it's even born. The procedure halts its development. But even at 28 weeks, its sensory systems have matured enough to process external stimuli. It is more than capable of encoding this information into memories, which can bleed into yours via your connection.
So who's the man I saw?
Someone from the medical team, maybe?
Or a BB technician? Does it matter? The BB has been in circulation for a while now. It's been handled by a lot of people. How should I know which one made an impression?
'Cause you're the expert.
No one's an expert, Sam. BBs were developed decades ago in secret. They're your quintessential black boxes. We may use them, but we don't truly understand them. Believe me, I've been trying to learn more, but almost all of the old records are gone. If I find anything out, I'll tell you, all right? Dead man's honor.
Alright, that's a lot of shit. But it's good information. I love Mads Mikkelsen's character. Cliff is great. Really sad character.
While you're resting, I ran some network diagnostics. Beryllium monitoring and holographic systems are nominal. Unfortunately, our printer is offline. I know, after all the trouble you went through to bring us those materials. This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer needs it to communicate with the chiral network. Mules must have snatched it, caught that porter en route or something. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site, which is smack dab in the middle of their territory.
Oh, he wants me to go into
Don't
mule
suppose you'd be
territory.
up for stealing us our property back. Can't think of anyone more qualified than you.
Yeah, no, I guess so, bro. Just there. You can collect Cairo crystals. Yes.
Sam, the area around that distro center has produced a significant quantity of Cairo crystals. Matter of fact, that's where the chiralium used in your Cupid's internal circuitry came from. They have a range of applications, including equipment fabrication. Bottom line, they're a valuable resource and one you'll want to make the most of. I'll let Hartman explain in more detail, but Cairo crystals don't exactly grow on trees. If you see any
No, they grow on
deposits, you should go out
BTs.
of your way to gather them. Especially since folks with dooms are the only ones that can, provided they have the necessary equipment, that is. I'll see that it's added to your supplies for this order.
Sam, it's Hartman. Following the discovery of the beach, we not only began to observe heretofore unseen phenomena, but a new type of matter, chiralium. I say new, but it has doubtlessly existed since the dawn of the universe. We believe it was always there, like dark matter and certain particles, ever present, yet overlooked because we lacked the capacity to see it. Chiralium appears to be unbound by the constraints of physics as we understand them. It can stop time or move contrary to it. On occasion, it even defies gravity. In practical terms, it can stop or even reverse time and causes objects to float. A special cylindrical case is required to collect and store it. Suffice it to say, the procurement of samples is vital to our ongoing research.
Sorry. So unprofessional of me. I should tell you what I'm doing. And this kind of is, again, very unprofessional of me to do. But I am posting a TikTok at the moment because I've been getting into that thing where if I want to expand at least my contents, best that I can do is take short form clips, put them on TikTok, and put as much as I can and as often as I can. And I was just listening to that dialogue and was just hoping that I can get it done before the dialogue finished. Did not happen. But yeah, I do this as a hobby, and this, like, for it to take off as a career is very unlikely, probably almost impossible. But yeah, that's so unprofessional and unacceptable. I'm unsubbing, unfollowing, leaving Discord, then coming after you. Understandable, man. Have a good day. I'll see you when you get here, and I'll just get on my knees in the street and let you take a shotgun to the back of my head. Of my cement style. This is, yeah, we have to go to this stupid thing. Just accept both.
What's up, Sam? Distro Center staff's got a favor to ask. Probably best I start from the beginning.
This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer needs it to communicate with the chiral network. Mules must have snatched it, caught the porter en route or something. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site, which is smack dab in the middle of their territory. Don't suppose you'd be up for stealing us our property back. Can't think of anyone more qualified than you.
I guess so. Alright, well, let's go get some crystals. Crystal meth.
Mama's added a watchtower schematic to your PCC. If you don't have it on you, consider fabricating one. You never know when you'll need to recon an area.
True. Okay, why the fuck do I need 3 of these Johns, bro? Yeah, whatever. Actually play the fucking game.
That thing you're holding is a crystal collector. Now, as the name suggests, it provides secure storage for any crystals you gather.
Yeah, what I soon realized, infinite fucking crystals, man. Because when I was like grinding this game for
Allow me to
chiral crystals,
chiral crystals appear gold to the naked eye and are frequently found in formations resembling human handprints. Surrounding rocks and debris tend to float a few feet above the ground. And they are most commonly found in areas with high precipitation. Got all that? Rain, floating rocks, golden handprints. That's your trifecta. Look for these 3 things and you'll find the crystals. If you've been especially observant, then perhaps you already know where to look.
yeah, I kind of didn't realize Hartman coming off pretty fucking like.
Begin and scan. Have a pleasant journey.
I didn't realize at first how kind of condescending he comes across, but that's just that is how it is.
Have a pleasant journey.
Like. Yeah, it's gonna be on like that little island.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Sam, chiral crystals are pretty small and can be difficult to spot with the naked eye.
Not if I
I'd
read it,
advise
Chief.
you to use your ultra deck to point you in the right direction. If you want to survey a wider area, though, you might consider building a watchtower and relying on its sensors.
I see one right there. They're like all over the place here.
Okay, just a bit further now.
Gotta give me some chiropractor. That's a juicer right there. Look how fucking big it is, man. Got 100 CG. Let's go. The dramatic slow motion low. Yeah, I know. And it's only raining, man.
Looks like a way through. There we
Only raining. I'm only picking shit up. Hardly have like slow motion for that sort of thing. I understand it's for like it's just like cinematic reasons and also to like make it so that like you don't accidentally pick up stuff. You know, having to hold down a button makes it so that you do intend to press that button, like you do intend to pick up something, but like they're slowing down and it's a little.
Chiral crystal deliveries are a little different from usual. The process is pretty simple, though. Access the delivery terminal to drop off any chiral crystals you're carrying.
There's like so much going on. The fucking automated voice is talking to me. Deadman's talking to me. Or Die Hardman's talking to me. Fucking thing is like sanitizing my suit and shit, bro. Insane. $100, fine. Take it.
crystals for us? These crystals only form in places with elevated chiralium levels, which makes me wonder if expanding the network had something to do with it. Damn, son. That is a lot of crystals. Maintenance and R&D will both get their fill, looks like.
Oh, nice. Container repair spray. Let's go. Chiral symmetry, chiralium. Yes. Clay materials.
Excess chiral crystals can be deposited at any facility. They'll be added to the...
Yes.
These local stores include materials that you can draw upon to fabricate equipment as needed.
Alright, bring me to number 3. Yes. Star 3. Oh, hologram data. Nice. I don't want more tangible items, not gonna lie. But whatever. Take it. Ah, bridge link. Grade 1.
Oh, before I forget. This is for you.
What's he giving us? What's he giving us?
That's container repair
Container
spray for patching
Not
up
bad.
cargo containers. Good for dealing with timefall degradation and all that. Useful stuff if you and your cargo have been through the ringer. We've added it to your supplies list, so it's readily available if and when you need it.
I feel like I don't need 3, not gonna lie. Just place the locker, but I'll take 1. I will take 1. Free sprays, hell yeah. True. I think the importance of container repair sprays would be a lot more significant this go around, especially on the harder difficulty. On the hardest difficulty anyway.
There is a correlation between elevated chiralium levels and increased crystal formation. This may well be the result of the network's expansion. You needn't worry though. Local chiral density is still within an acceptable range. If you find any more, be sure to collect it. You'll be well rewarded.
If you come into more chiral crystals, you can submit them at one of our facilities. And you can deposit other resources too, along with any items you don't need. Everything has its value. What we don't use as is can be broken down into components for R&D and other applications.
If it flips around one more time, okay, thank God. I get the gist, brother. It's just a lot, man. A lot of yap. A lot of yap.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Oh, there's
Still
more
got
yap.
work to do, Sam. Let's not keep people waiting.
Yeah, I know, bro. I accepted the order for a reason. Going farming lakes, man. I mean, landscape is absolutely incredible. The photorealistic, like, just the photorealistic environment.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
How vast it is too.
Call it a rule or a habit, but most mules almost always bring stolen shipments home with them. Find the post box, steal back the cargo. Simple as that. But be careful. These guys are armed. If this goes sideways, be ready to fight.
That's okay. I only just now realized how much pressure is put on Sam all the time. Literally, man. He cannot catch a single fucking break. Like, no respite. Even when he's trying to rest in a private room, motherfuckers are on the intercom, bringing him, just talking to him, giving him so much information, telling him to go there, telling him to go here, tell him to do this, tell him to do that, you know? And the fact that he was able to, like, you know, he was able to do all that, like, and I understand the reason, like, it's the indomitable human spirit type shit, I guess. But, like, dude, my man is going through it. Rebuilding America on a solo effort.
Sam. Before you approach the mule drop site, we recommend you use a watchtower to confirm the location of the post box containing our cargo.
Yes, I understand. Fuck. Oh, it didn't detect me. Son of a bitch, why didn't I see the pylon, bro? My shit's stupid. Technically, just... I did not see the pylon. I was not paying attention. Anyway. Put the watchtower here. Put it right on this edge here. There we go. Let's build that watchtower. Let me get one of these, man. Let me get a PCC. Almost done.
Construction complete.
Fucking Caitlyn emote, man. Yeah, it's right there. Easy does it. Never mind. Alright. Let's try and do this right.
Mule drop sites are rarely deserted, so remaining undetected is key. Keep a low profile and move slowly to minimize noise.
I'm trying my best, I guess. Alright. Let's do it. What are they? He's over there. I remember trying to do the combat was kind of confusing for me at first, but once you figure it out, it's actually not so bad. Dude, can we walk properly, please? Where is it? There's a rope. Come on here. Yes, sir! Where's the other guy? It's over there. Not paying attention. He's walking. Oh, walking away. Should be able to snag him. No problem. No problemo, man. Sam Auditore. W reference though. You can hear a word they say. Nice. W. dude carrying the metals. Which way is he facing? He's facing away. Let's go take care of him real quick, and then we won't have to worry about unexpectedly getting spotted. I just beat his ass, bro. Fuck all that shit, man.
Been busy? Seems all the mules in your vicinity have been incapacitated.
I'll take the metals. No harm in it. But the high density metals actually might be more useful than the regular ones, so might just go and grab that other high density metal item there. I think Dude, I was standing still. You tell me they could still actually see me through the grass with the Ultra deck? I didn't even make a sound. When you can hear a word they say. 70 kilograms already, man. Holy shit. Alright, let's unload some. Like, this one. 20 pounds. Shit. That's weird. I didn't mean it to look like that. Whatever. That was weird. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck. They're not supposed to see. Yeah. I didn't move. I stood still in the grass. That was weird, man. Whatever. Right, I'm not gonna take it too hard. Just don't. Oh, I gotta put this stupid string away.
Too close.
There's a lot of stuff here, actually. All this stuff goes towards. I don't know about the metals, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. Might not be the move. Sam's gonna get killed, bro. Yeah, I don't think we need the metals right away, not gonna lie. Yeah, we're at 97. I'll rearrange, cool. Yeah, I don't know, I thought it was a bit weird, but it's alright. I beat his ass. Just like spam punched him. Pretty sure we just gotta go straight back to... I didn't even know any chips in this area, is there? Doesn't look like it. Anyway. Just gotta head back to distribution center and we should be good. Sometimes I feel bad for Sam. Because remember when he's like, man, I don't want to do this shit. Because, yeah, bro, he's solo effort rebuilding America, connecting people again. And he has to go through all this bullshit, man. think about like the insane leg workout, bro. About how huge your legs would look like after doing shit like this for even like a month, bro. It'd be crazy. I gotta recover the rope? Damn. I guess I had to recover it all, whatever. Gotta use a rope somehow. Stream lag for me, but I'm back. Oh, I didn't even know. Well, glad you're back. You didn't miss anything. I'm just on my way back to distribution center.
Mules. Damn addicts chasing a cargo high. Shame we gotta deal with their bullshit at all. Back in the day, AI did everything.
AI!
Deliveries were handled by
ChatGPT!
unmanned vehicles and drones. And all we had to do was sit back and let them work. It was revolutionary. Damn near singularity. No reason for it not to take off. But it didn't. People didn't like it when we took the human element out of the service industry. So, after some consideration, we put it back in. Made jobs no one really needed and gave them to folks who couldn't live without them. And from there, it snowballed. Now we got cults of cargo-chasing crazies who get off on hijacking shipments. Jackal's always on the lookout for the next
Yeah,
border.
it's called
Make
pirates,
sure
bro.
you're not him.
This is how it is, dog. Oh, Hartman, don't glorify AI. Don't glorify AI. Yeah, it's
Beginning scan.
I was like kind of
Scanning
confused.
bridges
Why is it
ID.
pointing back?
Verifying ID.
It's just underground, I
Clear.
forgot.
All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you. Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Yeah, I was saying I don't blame Sam for initially saying, nah, fuck that, I ain't rebuilding shit, because he's gotta do all of this solo, all by himself, bro. To deliver the lost cargo first, I guess.
Back, are you? You trying to put the rest of us to shame? Fine by me.
Yeah, bro. I'm putting in that work, man. Trying to get them quads. Trying to get them monster hamstrings, dog. You know how I be. That barely. Fuck. No. Whatever. Says the story delivery should actually be a lot more lives.
See you around.
Good work.
No horse, no wagon. Just pure human spirit delivering this shit, man.
Time to get that chiral printer in working order. Sorry to push you through so much trouble, but trust me, it'll be worth it. Excellent. The unit doesn't have a scratch on it. Never doubted you'd come through for us.
Oh, now we can make more boots.
How your
W.
shoes holding up? Not too well, I imagine. Conditions being what they are out there. Nothing ruins your day like shoes falling apart while you're on the job. Carry on.
Oh.
I've arranged for boots to be added to your supplies. Bridges standard issue, so they ought to fit you fine. You should always carry an extra pair. But if you forget or run into trouble, You can fabricate another via a terminal at one of our many facilities.
Croesus, ancient Egyptian view of life on death 2 years ago, distribution center and Chiral network #1. Ah, we can make a bridge now. Yo, bridge by bridges. W. Alright.
See you around.
Congratulations, Sam. I understand you now have access to a chiral printer. An extraordinarily useful device that can only function because of the manner in which our network utilizes the beach, enabling us to transfer massive volumes of data instantaneously. Since under normal circumstances, such transfers would take hours, if not days, some have speculated that the chiral network might, in essence, be a time machine. That it is transmitting data into the past. Suffice it to say, we have yet to fully grasp the fundamental nature of the network and the beach which we have come to rely upon. One might liken our relationship with it to that of primitive man's with fire. Is it useful? Quite. Is it dangerous? Undeniably so. Nevertheless, we have decided that the reward outweighs the risk. Furthermore, as the BTs are linked to the beach, it stands to reason that further study and experimentation could be of considerable benefit. The same could be said regarding you, of course. Rest assured, I will keep you apprised of what I learn. You have my word.
Oh, man.
Good work. New order available.
Yep, city
Please
dog.
access delivery terminal.
Okay. What do we gotta do? Bridge construction, collection cargo. I gotta go through BTs for this bullshit, dog. No. And power supply to the wind farm. Fuck. I hate the wind farm, bro. The wind farm sucks, man. Might even suck even more, too. You know. Very hard difficulty. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I'll think it over. I gotta use the washroom. Right back. sometimes I start to fade a little bit in terms of like uh, the live stream, right? Like the energy, and sometimes just standing up is pretty good, pretty good way of getting back in the groove of things. Um, Kind of just like get moving around because as much as I, for some reason, when I stand or like when I stay in my room and I'm like not really doing anything, I don't really get tired. But when I stream, obviously, like there's a social aspect to it, and you have to be like pretty attentive, and like your mind has to be pretty active of like everything that's going on. So sometimes it's a bit exhausting. I'll admit that, but um, uh, but you know, just standing kind of like gets the blood flowing again. I know this looks like kind of weird. Again, it's just a nasal spray. Try and help with moisture. Oh yeah, caps off. Running out of water. Still a little bit in here though. But yeah, just kind of need a bit of a what you call it, a bit of a refresher. That's it. All right, what can we do? Because there's 3 orders. Construction will take no time. The collection cargo might take a little bit. Power supply will take a while. At the moment, it is 2:30 in the morning, so I thought that thing would never run out of water. I was already like kind of drinking a lot of it before I was streaming. So next time when I do stream, I'll have it full like to the brim, and I won't touch it until I start the stream, and we'll see exactly how long it will take me to finish that because yeah, it's pretty fun, ridiculous.
Hey, Sam, mind doing me a favor? There's a bridge that needs building. Over a river, just outside that distro center. It's too deep to ford, and we'd like a long-term solution. The foundation's already been laid, and everything required to finish the job should be in storage. All you need to do is carry the remaining materials to the construction area and use them to complete the bridge. If it turns out there isn't enough there for our needs after all, you'll have to come up with the rest on your own. I know you've got a lot on your plate right now, but remember, this bridge will make your life easier too. Did you see the ridge to the east of the distro center? Well, up top is an old decommissioned factory. Abandoned, we thought, until we spotted mules making themselves at home among the ruins. We need to know what they're up to, but getting inside won't be easy. Fortunately, a few days ago, we observed them taking cargo out of the facility and prepping it for transport. If we can secure that cargo for analysis, we might gain some insight into their plans. And that's where you come in. The cargo is situated near the factory entrance. All you have to do is grab it and bring it back to the distro center. As always, stealth would be our preferred approach, but you'd best be ready to fight if they catch you.
Oh, I think this is the. Yeah, I think this is like the bonus content that was part of the director's cut. That has like all the stealth gameplay as a part of it too. Which at the moment, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'm ready for that. So I'll leave that for now.
Now, you've done a fine job expanding the Cairo network. But to make the most of it, we'll need to generate more power. We'll have to make a few hops before we can link up the closest city too. Once this wind farm is part of the Cairo network, we'll be able to route the energy it generates through the beach. Unlike traditional transmission methods, nothing is lost. We can provide power to distant regions and utilize facilities there as electrical substations. You're to deliver a key component. Should be finished printing. Take it to the wind farm and get us in business.
Alright. I guess we'll do the wind farm. Shouldn't take us too long to do this. Like, literally no time. This one might take a half an hour, 20 minutes. We'll see. But yeah. Let's just get it. Get on with it.
We've added a bridge schematic to your PCC. The first step is laying the foundation, after which you'll have to supply additional materials to finish the job. Plenty of rivers and canyons could do with a good bridge, you know. Take a stroll across one you built yourself, and I guarantee you'll be glad you made the effort. Give it a try.
Right, I forgot about this. Fuck. Bro, how much do you think Sam smells after a hard day of delivering cargo?
Order assigned. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Like, how stinky you think his feet are?
Okay, Sam. Make your way to the designated construction area for the bridge. The foundation should already be in place. With your help, we'll have the thing finished in no time. There should be a terminal nearby. Access it to submit additional materials.
Alright.
Good morning, Sam.
Well, at least it'll cross the river.
Restrictions lifted.
Yeah, we can just wind farm straight away. Hopefully. I hate the wind farm. BTs in that area is fucking stupid, man.
Sam, looks like you found the site. There should be a terminal nearby. Access it to submit additional materials.
Come on, build that bridge for me. Let's go.
Bravo, Sam.
They don't call me Sam Bridges for
That bridge should
nothing.
make life easier for a lot of people. You can be sure that every traveler in Portland who passes that way will put it to good use. Keep an eye out for other spots that could do with another well-placed bridge.
Get it, guys? Because I'm Sam Bridges, and I build bridges. And then he gets shot. Burn conditioning reporter grades. Okay. I'll read that later. Gotta get to the wind farm. Deliver this power supply. Get through the BTs. And we'll be chilling. Oh, I'm kind of ready for a shit show, not gonna lie. Oh, you know what? I forgot to take the shower. The shower bath water with me, just in case. Too far now. Here's the thing, right? I want to get something on my chest. I feel like most people that like don't like this game, like they just like don't get it. True, like I feel like they're really incapable of actually thinking outside the box, or like being able to like plot out like differently, like plan out different ways to go about doing something. Like you think everything is just linear, right? And I'm not saying as like an inexperienced person, like I think if you are, you know, you put in the effort to learn as a first time player, then like you're doing good. But I feel like if you're a new player and you say the game sucks without at least using to like all the game mechanics to their fullest extent, I think you're just being willfully ignorant. And I just think that maybe playing these kinds of games isn't for, like, they're not for you, you know? Which, you know, would make sense, but at the same time, if the game's not for me, I'm just not gonna say like, oh, it's like bad, it sucks, right? I'm just say it's just not my cup of tea, it's not my type of game. There's no time that she better.
笑いながら漂う今の中で君を愛してる刻む一拍の永遠を
You know, this like lost cargo is right here. I think I'll just go and like deliver it to the thing. Yeah, we can trust it. Don't entrust. What? What? Come on. Are you joking? Are you joking? Guess we'll just go with the word now. At least there's a memory chip. I'll take that. Okay. Low-key though, after I finish this delivery, I might hit the hay. Not guaranteed I will go to sleep, but just it's a might. Because yeah, I'm starting to get there. Nice. Okay, this shit's gotta be like I gotta be drop off this. They don't want me to entrust nothing. Oh man, that wind is fucking howling, man. Making me slow and shit. Hey! it's 394 meters away. Okay. That was a little bit closer, but no. I don't like this. I don't have a good feeling about this. Oops. Ah, Jesus. Slow. How far is the wind farm? Okay, it's about 300 meters away. Oh god. Just like bouncing up and down as I descend this hill is not doing it for me. Family of BTs right there. Okay, let's go. Come on. Away from them. Oh boy. Doesn't know where we are. We're chilling. We're okay still. Good. Yeah. Where's this one at? My face, bro. Cut through right here. Yep, I know. Sideways. I hate this place. Following? No, they're over there. Okay. I think we're in the clear up here. I fucking hate this place, man. Fuck this place, dog. That sucks.
Breathe easy, Sam. You're clear of BG territory. The Death Stranding's to blame for all of this. The gazers, the fall of America, everything. It warped the world beyond recognition. Humanity had to scramble like rats fleeing a sinking ship. But there's nowhere else to go. There's no future living like this. If we're to survive, we need to find another way. A way to overcome the BTs, the Death Stranding, the whole damn mess.
Word, bro. Word. Ugh. Man, all my shit's damaged. I wish there was a private room here, man.
Delivering cargo.
Thank you. With this unit, we should be able to power the distro center via the chiral network. Other places too, if it works. Here's hoping the UCA can put our electricity to good use. Mind if I have a look? Incredible. How'd you get this here? You fly?
I wish I could fucking fly, man. This motherfucker's playing smart with me, man. I'll knock your teeth out, dog. I hate coming here. Fuck this place, dog. This place sucks.
All we need now is a connection to the chiral network. Go for it.
Alright. Connect them. Connect them. I hate coming out here, but connect them. I feel like such a baby holding this thing back.
Network bandwidth is a limited resource, and every structure you build consumes it. However, as you increase your connection level, the bandwidth available to you will increase as well.
Okay. Alright. Farm now join the UCA. Supply requests, bridge links, take on orders, standard orders. Okay, now we can do just like regular orders without having to worry about like story. Trust cargo, garage. Okay.
About time we did our part. Thanks again. You know, I heard the rest of your team was wiped out. Makes what you're doing all the more incredible. You're a one-man expedition. I hope Amelie's doing as well as you. Wonder if she made it to Edgenot City yet. It was her that put us in charge of the wind farm. I was with the group bringing up the rear while Amelie led the way. I've never met her in person, but it was an honor to travel with her all the same. When you see her, feel free to tell her I said so, huh?
Sam, got a moment? I ran an experiment with your blood. It seems you were onto something. After dispersing an aerosolized sample of your blood in BT territory, we observed reduced activity. While this is hardly definitive as we have no other repatriates to whom we can turn for additional testing, it does suggest that the bodily fluids of repatriates are repellent to BTs. Mama had the idea of developing a weapon to test this theory. The prototype should be ready soon, and when it is, we'd like you to test it.
Sam,
Three
this is
motherfuckers
a
wanting to
perfect
talk to me all
opportunity.
at the same time.
We've almost got the whole region on the chiral network. All that's left is Port Knot City. Return to Capital Knot City so you can pick up relief supplies for Port Knot. By the time you arrive, we can give you the completed prototype in person. One other thing. It's not very often porters get out to that wind farm. While you're there, you should pick up any outstanding orders. No sense coming all the way back here empty-handed if there's work to be done. Have a look at that delivery terminal.
Alright, I guess.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
Congrats, Sam. You're cleared to take on open orders. While they're not as high priority as the ones specifically assigned to you, if you're already heading a certain way and you have room to spare, it couldn't hurt to do a little more, right? Just because they're not mission critical doesn't mean they're not important to someone. So why not do a good deed or two?
I've been doing good deeds so far, man.
That's a request for material transport. By helping the facility replenish its stores, you'll gain access to a greater share of the materials on site. Give, and you shall receive.
Dude, I gotta travel so far for that. That's not that bad. Like, this one's fine. Like, that is far. Fuck. I'll take this one. I don't know, man. I won't worry too much.
Hey, great work. That wind farm you've brought into the network is essential for our continued expansion. By way of reward, I've added a little something to your PCC. A generator option. Generators recharge the batteries of all nearby devices. That includes machines, bikes, and other battery-powered vehicles.
Okay, technically we could use... Could use the bike now. Anyway. Just get on with it. Oops. Yeah. I don't know if they respawn after you like encounter them right away, but I guess we'll find out.
Just remember, one foot in front of the other. All there is to it.
Safe travels.
At least there's a bridge there now, though. Makes things a whole lot easier to get through. Oh, there's mushrooms, bruh. Someone peed there, dog.
Yeah, like that.
Thank God for this bridge, man.
This one's for you. Thanks for the help.
I mean, you gave him about 300 now. Okay, it seems, yeah, if you do encounter them, then at the very least, you don't have to trigger the BT encounter again for some time, so it'll reset them, which is cool. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, we'll make this delivery to the station. Ludin's fan, huh? Okay. Oh, Jesus. I think I went up the other side. Yeah, the Ludin's fan. Somewhere around here. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, I made a mistake, bro. So I came up this side of the mountain. And I'm getting fucking seasick or something, bro. Just like watching, like climb all this shit. Get up there, you fucking doofus. Okay. A lot of people rested here. It's pretty cool. I feel like it would be a good place though for Sam to rest. It's too windy and shit like that. Aww. Good song, man. This is a good song. There's other songs that I like a little bit more, but this is a good song. Alright, we're almost in the clear. Home stretch, boys. Literally tearing up, man. It was my top one on Spotify for like 2 years after I beat this game. That's awesome. Yeah, some songs like in video games, they just have that like profound impact on us. It just makes it really meaningful for the player. Like for me, you know, I think it was the song, like the song Blood Upon the Snow and God of War Ragnarok. It wasn't in like my top on Spotify, but it was a big influence on my Spotify Wrapped though, because God of War Ragnarok is such a good game, amazing piece of media, amazing piece of video game storytelling, character development, everything like that. Blood Upon the Snow by Hosier, of all people too, just that's fucking perfection, bro. That's chef's kiss right there. Uh-oh. How about taking a break in a private room? It's the Half-Life symbol. I saw that. But this is a nice moment right now. Enough though, my boots are still in. I've been lasting quite a while. That was a nice moment, I will say. Man, I'm so ready for the soundtrack though, for the sequel. The sequel soundtrack might actually be banging. I don't know if it'll be as good, and I don't know if it'll be better considering that, you know, Low Roar doesn't really make music anymore since the lead singer passed away. But if Kojima was able to, you know, have the privilege to have the unfinished tracks that, you know, while the lead singer, I'm pretty sure, yeah, the lead singer was still alive, and if the family was okay with it, then, you know, I hope there's still at least some Low Roar songs in there somewhere. Sure hope there will be Low Roar in DS2, yeah. And it'll be like so heartfelt too, knowing the context, right?
The legend returns. How you doing, Sam? You trying to put the rest of us to shame? Fine by me.
That's 4 stars. Hologram data, more interviews, more bandwidth. I guess the cargo is. Oh, it's the Ludens fan, right? Shit. More successful deliveries will earn you greater trust and respect. Yes, sir. Miscellaneous grade 20. Nice.
Bye, Sam.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
I wonder. It doesn't work on the gear itself, so save it, I suppose. I'm not gonna go. Oh, right, I have to do the standard too.
Back, are you? Delivery.
Yeah, now it's just like radiant type of dialogue.
Bye, Sam.
Okay.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery.
So, just out of curiosity, oh, cover confidential documents. Oh my god, they make me go through the mule territory and then go to the way station. And then there's that, but I'm pretty sure that's for later. Or soil samples, pre-stranding movie footage. Okay, I see there. Okay. No better way to end the day than on resting in our room, okay?
Your work is greatly appreciated.
We'll get Sam to go to sleep, we'll save the game, and I think we'll end stream here. We'll be bringing it to a close anyway. So, because I'm, starting to get tired. It's 3 a.m. now. I want to try and stream a little bit earlier. I just, got home a little bit later. Wanted to take some time to just relax. Then we go straight into Death Stranding. But tomorrow, probably stream some more. Keep on the lookout for that. And hopefully make some more progress. We could still do some optional deliveries, which I don't have a problem with. But again, it's always about, like, at this moment, being useful with our time in terms of getting through the story and whatnot. But if I feel like it, it's always on the table. It's never gonna be completely off the. It's never gonna be completely a non-option. I still like doing some of the optional stuff because we get the cool gear and whatnot. But I have to look into it. You still have 24 more days to finish the game, so no need to rush. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I feel like most of my time obviously is going to be spent in the second area, like the main map where, like, all of it is happening. And again, we'll see exactly how long that would take to get through, which I feel like, again, if I were to just purely brute force straight into through the story, it wouldn't take that long at all. I think it's like a 40-50 hour game if you just do what's required of you. Still a little bit left. Not very much left though. Okay, well, I think though that is going to be where we close it out. So just give me 1 second here. I'll play this because I've been feeling it. Kind of feeling the vibe, you know. But yeah, I had fun tonight. Right, I'm really glad that we made a lot of progress. For those that don't know, this song is 1979 by Smashing Pumpkins. Fun song, a little somber. Has a fun, fun little bass groove to it. Nice drums on the drum pattern. Just the whole flow of it, just very somber but very nice sounding too. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. Thank you for those that came by, chatted with me, or learned whatever it is. Any support, any interaction with the stream is more than welcome. Tomorrow, I'll see about streaming Death Stranding a little bit earlier than last time, so we're not here till like 3 in the morning ish, so I can get to bed a bit earlier. But then also like more people can join in that are actually awake. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it off there. I still need to like a cohesive way to end my stream, like all this stuff. With that being said, take care of each other. Take care of each other. All love. Peace out. See you guys later.